Friends, well, I'm going to start all the way over. Welcome to. Hey, Rob, we've been waiting for you. Sorry, man. I'm excited about 2026. I'm going to share with you all kind of what the vision is for Roseville. If we've not met, my name is Julia Lachey. Most of you I've had the opportunity to meet with or talk to or speak with. But what I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about a vision. I'm hoping that in this you can see your own vision. If you haven't yet prepared a vision for yourselves, um, I would love for you to be thinking about that because this is the vision for you, the office. The point of the office is to help you grow your own personal business. Yes. We'll share what that looks like, but ultimately, at the end of the day, how does this fit into your plan is what really matters to us. I have with me, of course, uh, other people that I'll be introducing as we have this conversation. But first, starting with even what a vision is, do vision boards? I'm like a big vision board person because uh, vision is literally a picture of the future of what you aspire or desire to be. It drives everything you do. I like the visualness of a vision board because everything I've ever put on a vision board actually has come to fruition. There's some power in that thing. So likewise, all a vision is this is what we expect the future to look like. Same thing for this office, same thing for your business. What do you expect the future to look like? That's what we're going to talk about today. Um, as you may or may not know, I'm also the OP for the Minneapolis Lakes office. So the idea behind having both of these offices that we're really creating an ecosystem that will give you more tools, more resources, more collaboration, more all of the things. This is a great foundation that's been built here at the Roseville office, and super honored to be here. And collectively adding to that, and I'll show you visually what even that looks like, this ecosystem that I speak of. The idea behind that is to create a really powerful, unified force in the Twin Cities. What I also mean by that is, I don't know, not to get in the weeds about how franchises work, but typically how franchises work are you're awarded a territory. We're McDonald's or whatever it is. This is your spot in which you operate in. Now, you all, of course, are licensed agents. You can sell real estate anywhere in the Twin Cities. But say you wanted to open a mega agent office, but you wanted to be, I want to have 4B team, we want our own, whatever. You can only do so within certain parameters or certain territory of a space. That's how a franchise works. You expand that area, gives you more opportunity to say, you know what, maybe I want to do something special over here. I was working in this part of town and I sure would have loved to stop at an office over here. Collectively, as both of these offices, as a unified ecosystem, gives us the opportunity to do that. As far as territory wise, what that means, we are as far east as St. Paul, as far west as St. Louis Park, or north as Valley, as far south as Edina. And all the things in there, and I'll show you in a second, I've got a visual of the different spaces that we will be able to utilize, collaborations, networks, mega agent offices, all things that are at your disposal now with this whole unified ecosystem. So the idea is to create a system and model that you can just tap into, has all the tools, the resources, all the things. Our whole motto is to help you build a life by design. Some people, they want to sell 10 houses and be home at 2 o'clock to get the kids off the bus. For other people, they have a vision of creating a mega agent office and having the agents at that and netting 2 million a year. Everything in between and whatever your goal is, that's what we're here to help you establish and build in this new ecosystem that we speak of. So what that looks like is having a team. So I would like to introduce you to some of them. Of course, we all know Nick, team leader Nick. We all know Nick. And then of course something a very, I feel like in the KW world, we never give enough props or attention to the broker. Like everyone in here realizes that none of us can function or operate without Lynn, correct? Like there is no selling of houses without Lynn, who is the broker. Can we just clap for Lynn? You all just yeah. There is no houses without Lynn. Lynn is the broker, of course. And then your new MCA is Luke. Have you all had an opportunity to meet Luke? Waving in the back here. One of the other things that is important for this leadership team is we intend to model one excellence and two, model what an actual profitable business looks like. And by that, I mean, Luke, of course, as the MCA's role is to do the financials. They're basically the CFO of the organization. But Luke is also incredibly good at teaching you how to be that for your business. One of the things that is challenging for a lot of real estate agents is the whole business part of it, right? A lot of agents don't have a P&L for their own business. A lot of agents are in debt. A lot of agents are a lot of things that have to do with financials. We don't want that for you. I know a lot of agents that that gross $1 million don't net a thing, really, you know. I mean, it's more common than that. And so we don't want that for your life. We want to actually help you understand your own personal financials and run a profitable business model. Luke is great at that. In addition to doing that for the office, he'll also be spending some time doing that for you individually for your businesses as well. And then, of course, everyone loves Beth, of course. Transition to just a, she, of course, agent, what are we calling it? That's what I was going to say. The director of agent services. And the reason I said, what are we calling it, is because Beth has a heart for your business. Like, she loves the agents and wants you to get all the things that you need and connect you with all the things. She'll also be meeting with some new agents and helping us onboard new agents. You know, someone that wants to get their license, you have case for, she'll be running all of that, doing all the fabulous things that she does. Many of you use Sean, of course. Yes, for your marketing and things. Yep. And Shannon's not here today, but as the TC, Shannon does that. And then, of course, the phenomenal Marty that does all the tech. So this is your leadership team. And the idea behind our existence is that we literally make it easier for you. There are some places, there are some things and some tools you were around back in the day, not now. But Command used to be incredibly difficult to operate. I'm not telling you anything you don't know if you've been here for any amount of time. That is not the idea behind providing you with resources and tools. The idea is that we remove the barriers to make it easy. What we want you to do is sell houses. I want you to meet with the people, have the appointments, sign the contracts, sell the houses. Everything else we'd like to make easier for you. So that's what our goal is here for you as the leadership team, is making sure that that happens. Okay, here's the picture I wanted to show you. Oh. Okay, here's the picture that I wanted to show you, is what an actual ecosystem looks like. So let me be clear. How we have two different offices, it is not dual agency. We'll not be checking the box on your contract that says dual agency. We still have two separate brokerages. There's still a separate broker for each of these offices, just to clarify any confusion around that. And in creating this ecosystem, what I mean by that is, today we're in Roseville, but later on, Graham might have an appointment in Minnetonka, and he doesn't want to come all the way to Roseville. Maybe he'll stop at the St. Louis Park office. And so some of these we are opening. We just got the lease. God, that's been a long time coming. We just got the lease on a couple of them today. But this is all the way as far west as St. Louis Park and as far east as St. Paul. This is a St. Louis Park location. It is a business center. You're welcome to stop there anytime you'd like. This is actually a South Minneapolis location. It's a mega agent office, we call it. The PLURD team has that space and their doors are open. They've invited you all to come there if you happen to be in South Minneapolis. In fact, they're having a grand opening on Thursday if you want to come to that, 4 to 7 o'clock, 42nd and Bryan. That is going to be our newest location in the North Loop. So we will have a location in the North Loop. Parking is attached. That's a garage parking. And then Cynthia Freud, I don't know, #1 luxury agent in Minneapolis, she has a space in, what's the neighborhood called? Mill District, thank you. The Mill District, fit there. You can stop by, she'll be nice, but you can't like actually work there. But, and then of course, here we are in Roseville. And today, the Minneapolis Lakes office, Paul Olson and his team, the Intuitive Group, have joined the Lakes office, and they have a space in St. Paul that is also open to any of you. They have also extended that invitation for anyone to work there if you should. So all of these things is what I'm referring to as the network. So if I'm in Roseville today, but I got to go to St. Paul, there's space for you. So that's what I mean by the ecosystem, and having the same systems, models, tools, everybody's business more profitable. Often hear me refer to an ecosystem. That's what I'm referring to. Questions about that? All kinds of hands went up. Yes.
Will we get the address of these?
You will absolutely get the address of these. The only reason I didn't put the addresses on here was because we hadn't signed the lease for two of them and I didn't want to jinx it. Now that we got the lease, we'll put the addresses on there. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Put your hand up.
St. Louis Park is going to be an actual other Keller Williams office.
Yes, ma'am.
And two leases with
The other one was in the North Loop. Yep. So North Loop and St. Louis.
regular office.
Yes. So there's 3,200 square feet at St. Louis Park, 6,200 square feet in North Loop. There's space for you.
You took these two and you went, girl, this is my territory, but not moral.
That's right. And if you want one, you too. You get an office, and you get an office, and you get an office. That's exactly right. And you know what that means for us, though, is really what's most important is more signs. We want more signs out there. We want more signs in yards. We want it to be super easy when you go to your listing appointment and say, well, of course, you've heard of us, Keller Williams Integrity. Oh, yeah, they've heard of us. They've heard of us all over the Twin Cities, right? And so it makes it easier for you to get the client and to compete with some of these other brokerages, and we have more power behind the brand. Yes, that's exactly that. Yes, yes. Other questions about that before I move on? That yes. Question. That is such a good question, and probably not. In some certain situations, it depends. The question was, can you access some of these after hours? It depends on the type of system. Some of them have a card that's required to get into, and some of them just have a code. If they have a code, which they're being built out, so I don't know the answer to that. But if they have something you can just access, we can get you codes and access. If it's like literally like the PLURD team, you actually need a key, so they would have to be there. So that's during business hours.
Oh, yeah. Coordinated, absolutely. But if you're last minute showing up at 9:30,
Sure. Yes. So that's, thank you. That was the other part of what I was going to say. So all of the ones that are being built, and most of these that are being rebuilt, being built with a collaboration system in mind. And I'll talk about this space as well. We've got a ton of great space. This is great space, and we can use it even better. So the ones that are being built out are being built with collaboration in mind. What I mean by that is, I attended I'm in all these different leadership things, and they had a special person come out and talk to all these CEOs about how to build the office of the future. And they talked a lot about this loneliness epidemic. Apparently, people are lonelier now than ever before, and they only come to work, hang out with you. Oh, it's came here, and so you're creating businesses, literally designing, and the architecture of the business is so that is a collaborative environment. So what I mean by that is it's kind of like a super cool coffee shop, this big vibe where everybody can come in. There'll be a ton of those spaces in both of these places. So there's a lot of just come hang out with us space, come work here for a day space. There'll be a ton of that. It's being built with that in mind. For example, at the Lakes office right now in Uptown, we have 16,000 square feet there. A ton of agents work there, and people will say, well, I only came to work here because Isaac worked here. I never see Isaac because there's all these walls and all these, it's being built specifically like, if I want to, Isaac and I can go hang out in the cafe and work there. This beautiful space that we have here also can be designed a little bit different to kind of go to a place where you're like, I just go there because it feels good. That's me in Baltimore. I love Baltimore. I love having lunch there because you walk in and I just like the way I feel when I go there. And so that's the environment that we're building. And again, here too, sign will be here too as well. You just walk and you come here because I like when I come and feel it. And I get to sit with Karen. We do work and we are productive because productivity is also culture. That's part of this. Is I know people say, I want to get back to community and culture, collaboration, production is culture. Like that. I tell you what, when everybody's making a lot of money, it sure brings a lot of energy. So it's a good, let's do that together, Lynn. It'll be so fun for us to do that together, So we're creating, the space will be conducive to that. So there's a long answer to your question. Can you come in there? Yes, there will be plenty of space for you to come in and do that anywhere. Yes. Okay, so he jumped straight to the podcast studio. That'll be here. So we are designing and building. Okay, everybody wants to be a influencer, right? Like everybody wants to have a podcast, and we will. And so, but even that, like, I don't want you to just do a podcast. I want it to look good. You know, you want to put out content that catches people's eye. Some branding classes and things on it too, as well. So yeah, the podcast studio is actually be here. So we're creating a podcast studio here. Other questions about this slide? Well, I'm kind of going fast because I got a lot. Also, this is just our vision. We want your vision and ideas as well. So we will be sending out a survey. I know what I said, but what do you want? What do you need to actually grow your business? What are we missing? All of those things. Oh, I know what I'm missing already. Go back to this leadership staff. We are looking, in case you know anyone. Right now it'll be part-time, but a part-time front desk staff, preferably bilingual. If you know anyone who would like to join us as the director of First Impressions, okay, preferably bilingual, we are seeking that role. Okay, any more questions about the regional advantage system that you are all now a part of? Yes, in the back. Our office is currently the Intuitive Group and Plus. For the Intuitive Group Plus, I don't know what you're saying back there, neither do people on the recording.
He's asking if it's the office of the Marshall.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yes, it is. It used to be a different broker till 2 days ago. That's correct. Also, by the way, when I say signs all over the place, because I want signs in the yards, just be driving through the Twin Cities and be like, there's Chad's sign, there's Stella's sign. Oh, look at Lisa's sign. I want to drive through the Twin Cities and see your signs everywhere. Likewise, and I have this fixation on having a big ass sign everywhere. So there will be a big ass Keller Williams sign on that building every week. Yeah. Yes. It used to be a different sign 2 days ago. Yeah.
The equivalent to the big name tag that Joey wears.
So it's also not going to be that big. Okay. But it won't be that big. If I could repurpose that, I would take it down and put it on there. But yeah. Okay. Any other questions about this? Hearing none, I'm moving on. I've been with KW for a while, so I probably don't need to go over all the things that KW has to offer. I didn't want to skip it because, of course, we are big on the culture, the collaboration, the community. We have all of these things. I did want to talk about, just briefly, KW Next Gen. I'd like to talk about KW Next Gen. If you're not familiar, and also because Jason's here and he's our regional ambassador for KW Next Gen. KW Next Gen is a nonprofit Keller Williams has for 18 to 28-year-olds. Are you all familiar with this? Do let me tell. Okay. It's a nonprofit Gary has for 18 to 28-year-olds. It is a curriculum that helps them basically live a life by design. What do you want your life to be about? What is your mission in life? And you create a personal mission, vision, values. It's 18 to 28-year-olds. It's an 8-hour curriculum. It can be broken up. You talk about your finances, you talk about your whatever. When you're done with that 8 hours, 18 to 28-year-olds will receive an opportunity to apply for a business coach. I am one of the coaches, and I have the girl that I just finished coaching. She's in theater, and she wants her big life to be about, she wants to make it to Broadway. She's good. Probably will. So she needed a business coach to help her get past, she's in college and all the things. Also, once you're done with your business coach that you get for 3 months, you can apply for $10,000, fund that mission. For 3 for 3, Jason, all 3 of mine have gotten their $10,000. You're going to sign up for that? That's wonderful.
Is that only for real estate?
No, none of the young people I've coached are in real estate at all. This girl is in theater. My niece went through it. She's a school teacher. She has a psychology degree, and the other boy was going to be an attorney. Anybody in anything. It's just for 18 to 28-year-olds. It's great. I bring that up because Jason is our regional KW Next Gen ambassador. Also, this is something we like to take into colleges. And since Bethel's around the corner, and I am a Bethel alum, since Bethel is around the corner, we want to do it at Bethel. We want to do it at St. Thomas. We want to do it. If you have ends to any of these places where we can go and provide this programming to 18 to 28-year-olds, please let us know. We'd like to do that. They can just sign up for K-Score and get their real estate classes for free. Now, it's just a whole little funnel we have. So I just wanted to talk about that briefly. I also want to talk about a few of the communities. There are lots of communities within KW. If you ever go to the KW communities page, you will find a plethora of communities that you can join. I want to talk about 3 because we're focusing on 3 here. And I'll start with the KW Bilingual. Isaac, do you want to say a thing or two about KW Bilingual? Because we are going to be growing that. The unique pleasure of being at the launch for KW Bilingual in Atlanta. They started KW Bilingual in Atlanta in 1 year, net 99 agents through that KW Bilingual Market Center. And we're going to do the same thing here. So tell us what it is, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again. So Bilingual Connect is a division of the brokerage, which is fostering the individual businesses for Latino agents. Right now is where our focus is at. If you can think of it like a division of General Electric. General Electric makes light bulbs on one end, make gas turbine engines on another end. So it's servicing specific markets to be able to build those businesses. And yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. Trying to turn superstars, providing that support. That way we can create.
In addition to that, got luxury and commercial. That is, sorry. For a second here. I didn't entirely do it right now. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How about now? Oh, yeah. So I want to talk about luxury and commercial for a moment. Are you all familiar with KW Luxury? No, you're not. I'll tell you all about it. Andy, can I introduce you to Graham Smith? He'll tell you all about it. What? Yes. Oh, I had no idea. We need that. Know this, but we are the number 2 luxury office in the metro.
So thank you, Leah. My name is Graham Smith. I'm the TL over at the Minneapolis Lakes office. And the very first thing that I did when I sort of took over the role, it was a slow role, sort of took it over, was build the luxury group. It was bumpy at the start. One of the things that I've heard from a lot of folks in luxury, agents, consumers, is that KW is not in the luxury space. Caldwell's in the luxury space. Compass is in the luxury space. Sotheby's is in the luxury space. Keller Williams is. Why do you think people said that? Part didn't know, but why don't they know? Part of it is that, yes, we didn't tell them, absolutely. Or it's the double-edged sword of this beauty of this company. We have the right to set up our own brands, our own logos, our own signs. So those of us that are selling luxury, we're all doing it under a different brand, even though it's the same broker. The consumer, they don't know. They don't know that you're Keller, I'm Keller. They don't know. They just know our brands, right? So we started the luxury group to get this message out. Within a very short period of time, less than a year, the Minneapolis Lakes office is the number 2 office for homes sold over the last 12 months, $1 million and up. Number 1 office is the Caldwell Lakes office. It has owned luxury for 40 years. Okay. We're bigger than Sotheby's. We're bigger than Compass. This office can be that for St. Paul. Or you can try to give us a run for our money in Minneapolis. Yeah, right? Let's try it. Dare you. But you can be for St. Paul. That's the beauty of this market. Nobody's got a clear lock in your region or your area. Nobody. This is yours. The thing about luxury, though, is I want to preface this. We have led it from the beginning that luxury is not a price point. It is a way of doing business. It is a customer service experience. Where else in the world can you go as a salesperson, sell a product, and earn $10,000 that isn't luxury? Tell me. Nothing. You could sell You sell a Bugatti, you wouldn't make $10,000. I guarantee you the Mercedes dealer, salesperson does not make $10,000 per car. Be lucky if they make $3,000 per car. This is a luxury business. Everything we do is luxury. If you bring that level of service to your clients at that level, what's the chances that they're going to fill your cup with referrals and repeat business? So what we do at our office is, because our office taps into the PWRI luxury, which when you see those numbers at the world level will blow your mind if you haven't paid attention. This company sells $283 million of luxury real estate a day. A day. Keller Williams sells luxury. We tap into that. We have our monthly, because there's a monthly call you can be a part of when you're a part of that group. We broadcast that in our market center and invite everybody to join. We're going to be doing that here too. That's right. That's right. We'll all be welcomed and invited to join that. And there are so many good nuggets to take away from those. I highly encourage you to be a part of that group.
So I wanted to say that because to the point of there's so much opportunity in this. When I talk about the territory, there is no dominant luxury player. That should be you. That will be you. So we'll be bringing that as well as commercial. Chad's going to lead a commercial division. We're going to grow that as well. Let me tell you what I learned. So I said this earlier. Look, and I, longer than I, last year and a half, we've been working on these 2 locations. Longer than that. Agents, not you, Chad. Other ones. The other ones. If you ever wanted to be in commercial, you thought maybe analytics, let me tell you, you do. You do. I'm telling you, there is room for opportunity in professionalism. I mean, maybe just answering your phone and waking up and like working. Like that's there. It is just the slowest moving. They're not us. They're not Chad. They're not. So you want to bring that level of excellence to the commercial space. And so Chad's going to be leading the vision on that here as well. So these are 3 major things that we're going to be focusing on that you all have an opportunity to participate in. Any questions about that? Yes, ma'am. She's asking about the cost. What does it cost to be in luxury? Now, when we talk about luxury, we're talking about kind of 2 different things. At this office level, the calls that Graham's referring to, everyone can participate in that. Actually be in the KW luxury group. What's the number, Luke?
But 4 properties with the region
Selling 4 properties at $700,000 plus is how you earn in.
24.
Within 24 months, you have to have sold 4 houses.
But if you want to be pro, if you want to be have to turn in first or pro. As soon as you earned in, then it's 100.
But I can't remember if it's 150 or 200 a month.
So I'll just play something. Her question was, is it cost? We're talking about creating here at an office level, getting you higher price listings, offering better service to your customers. It isn't going to cost anything. We actually, technically, KW luxury, you have to, within 24 months, have sold 4 houses over $700,000. Earn in that way. Once you're earned in, you can become luxury pro. That costs $150.
And there are other things that come with it. We muddy the waters by talking. There's a lot that KW International offers.
No, it does not.
Oh, yeah.
Questions about, and you know what, in fact, since you have so many questions about it, I think what we will do is we'll have a mastermind around luxury. So why don't we just plan on having a mastermind around luxury? What that means here at a local level, what it means to actually earn in luxury, and all the things that come with that. So we'll be having let's just have a mastermind about it, because that's the intention of this office, is to get us there.
In other office, you think of whether in our brand or any other brokerage brand that has a dominant
Yes, you said here?
in our metro.
No, Graham's question was, in our metro, can you think of any other office that has a dominant bilingual group? My answer to that is no.
Can't think of anybody.
In fact, to tell you something, when I Googled ChatGPT, I went to ChatGPT and it said, who is the dominant Hispanic real estate agent? Who came up? Jay? Sure did. Jay and Artemisa Boston. They absolutely did. And so I would say no.
A lot of opportunity.
I would say
A lot of opportunity.
any other questions? Moving on. Okay, here's what I want to talk to you about. I called many of you. I got a chance to talk to lots of you and a lot of new agents too. One of the things that I heard loud and clear was a consistent coaching program to help you reach your goals. And so I have invited individuals to talk about the program that we're implementing here. We met with your coaches, Isaac and Karen, yesterday. Beth is going to be helping this as well, but I want to present to you how we help you reach whatever it is your goal is. Whether you're the person that wants to just sell 10 houses and be home at 2 o'clock, or whether your goal is to open your own mega agent office. We're here to help you do that. We do that through training and coaching. There is an actual system and model that we use to help you do that. So, right, Jason and Lauren, why don't you all come up and explain to you what the new coaching program here that we are going to invite you to participate in look like.
Hi, my name's Jason. This is Lauren. Making it kind of tough. I'm the assistant team leader at Keller Williams in Three Lakes. And when I took over this role about a year ago, the biggest thing that Julia tasked me with was to create a coaching program that fits everybody. That took the longest time. We've had coaching for brand new agents. We've had mastery coaching for the best of the best, but there hasn't been anything really structured, help, service, the rest of it, most of us. So what we've built and what we run, the 3-tiered coaching program that we're excited to bring to Roseville in partnership with the coaching program that you already have in place. So it's going to be productivity coaching, growth coaching, and mastery coaching. And in a couple of minutes, we're going to talk just a little bit about what that's going to look like. Lauren, do you want to go ahead and talk about the productivity coaching program?
That is on now. All right, so I am Lauren Lancaster. So just a little bit about me, because I know most of you, I've had the pleasure of meeting some of you, most of them I have not met. So I am still an active agent. I've been an agent for 9 years now, and I've been coaching for the better half of 7 of them. So when the opportunity arose to be the director of productivity coaching at Lakes, it was a no-brainer for me, because this is who I have had the pleasure of coaching. Now, my coaching style is a little bit different in the sense of people who I coach are coaching that's got their license or maybe have done many transactions, have had their license for a minute. I coach them through their first 5 transactions. So typically what we see is going to be a gap, right? In here, after they got their license and they did their 90 hours of coursework, but super prepared to go work with the client. Raise your hand if that's you. Yeah, a single one of us, right? So it does not teach you how to do the job. So what we do in this program is those resources. We do a lot of coaching. We do a lot of one-on-one, and I meet with everybody individually, because my goal is for you to build a business that is centered around your joy, whatever that is, right? If that's that you want to get into KW luxury, great, let's do it. If you're just wanting to have some supplemental income so that you can get home with your family, perfect. Let's get on board. Let's figure out a plan to make sure that your time works with that. We implement that first, and then we look at how are you actually going to build your business, and then we also dive into training, which I'm just going to extend an invite if any of you would like to come. We call them our Core 10 trainings. So these are really the, surgeon doesn't just know how to work with a scalpel, right? So you have to know how to use the tools that are there for you in order for you to do the job. Today, we're teaching the MLS Pro class. This is where we learn how to run and set up an efficient buyer search. We run an efficient CMA and also present it. And then also, how do we find those data points, right, that we were talking about that then you can use in your presentations and continuously use in marketing and beyond. So that class is today at 2 o'clock at the Lakes office. If anybody wants to come, you're more than welcome to. But those are the type of resources that are now going to be available here at Roseville as well, alongside working with Karen and Isaac as our feet on the ground.
Absolutely. So that's just a little bit about what the productivity program is going to look like. Now, we also mentioned some additional layers of coaching. So say you graduate the productivity coaching program, or you're an agent who's already gone through it, you have a business on your own, you're just looking to get to the next level. Well, what happens next, right? So that's why we introduced what we call the growth coaching program, where if the productivity coaching program is where you learn how to do the job, build business, growth program is where we take that to the next level, right? We turn that job to a business. And this looks like a pretty traditional coach relationship, something akin to what you would see in MAPS, where you would work with me directly. We'd meet on a weekly basis and we dive in to you, your business, your problems specific. Because one thing that we believe firmly here in Integrity Coaching is that all of our coaching clients are smart, they're capable, and they are whole. This business is not complicated, but it is also not easy. And the benefits of having someone in your corner who is literally invested in your success, very powerful in terms of structure, accountability, and helping you filter your business through the MREA models will get you more time, more money, if everything goes according to plan. Now, some of us may already have mastered the skill, but we're never done learning. There's always a ceiling we're looking to move past. And that's why we also have MAPS. MAPS coaching is a branch of, well, MAPS, I suppose. It's not necessarily part of our coaching program, but we do have a coach, Kyle Cross, who works with us very, very closely, who is phenomenal. This man has a business that I sell my soul for. Graham might even too. He already did. Just kidding. Yeah, exactly. No, and he's a phenomenal resource for us as well. He works with us for our masterminds, our presentations. He's actually teaching a class here on how to get 10 listings in just as many months. Strongly recommend getting in attendance to that, which is another example of how our coaching program is going to bring more resources, more value, and more support to you and your businesses. So if you are interested in learning more about this, there is going to be a sign-up sheet we're going to pass around. Put in your name. We'll be reaching out with some more information about the coaching program, and you can decide which branch is going to suit you best, your goals moving forward into 2026.
Grant. Now we have on.
Which really hurts. That's all.
Anyone in the back have any questions back there? Friendly competition.
Ooh, I like that. Well,
There
it
already
is
is.
real estate, so there always is.
There is no competition.
Accountability groups you were talking about, or
This is different than the accountability groups, though. The accountability groups do play a big part in our coaching program. For example, with the productivity coaching program, you want to speak to that, Lauren?
Yeah. So in productivity coaching, our accountability group is a little bit different from how a typical accountability group goes. Think of these accountability groups as a little bit more of this is like your pod, right? This is your mini coaching. We also will go over our goals, and it will be the same as when you graduate then from the productivity coaching program. You are ready to dive in to kind of the standard accountability. Only big difference in that is that I'm not sharing my goals because I am leading on multiple days of the week. So I also am an accountability group, and that's where I review mine. So that's the big difference. But the people, thanks. So an accountability group is where we show up and not only are holding ourselves accountable, but allow others to hold us accountable too. And they are showing up with that same intention. So it's reviewing your production. It's reviewing what is that one big goal that you have for the year. What are those three strategies, priorities of how you're going to do that, and then also helping being a group that's going to be there to collaborate with you and empower you through the years so that you do hit those goals.
Question.
Just wanted to clarify.
Let's say that you have a team or you're looking to build a team and you've reached a certain level. So I'm happy to set aside time on a one-on-one if that's something you'd find value in. And I'm just going to share my experience. I mean, I have a team. There's 4 agents on my team, 2 admin on my team. We're going to close shy of 80 million. I am the team lead, so I've stepped out of the production. But if that's the space you're looking to go towards, or at least looking to have the option to do that someday, we can have that conversation. That's not going to be, we're not going to meet once a month. I'm not your TL. I am open to having that conversation with you. Just want to clarify. Am I allowed to say why I'm here? I mean, I'm an investor in this office. As the ownership changed, I was offered an opportunity. And I'm not going to invest in anything I'm not actively in, right? The only way that my investment pans out is if you all succeed. I want to see this office win. Now that I'm invested, it's as important as the Minneapolis office. And I'm an extremely competitive person. I love to. I don't, in fact, that's not true. I just hate losing. I really hate losing. And I really hate when we lose to that sign that's all in blue. Not Andrew Beck Holmes, right? No, the other one. You know what I'm talking about. No, I hate it. I love winning and I want to see you guys win. So as an investor, I want to be involved. I want to see this office. I want to see Minneapolis and Roseville head to head. That's what I want to see. So.
About the coach, yes, I think we're back. Is it more good or is it more like structured for base of personality? Like how do you guys go about assessing or determining what coaches
Before I answer the question, because we have two different segments, are you thinking more about the productivity coaching or are you thinking about the growth coaching? Both. So I'll talk to my side. So basically, if you are a new agent who has just got licensed, or you have not really if you haven't closed more than 5 deals in the last 2 years of having your license, that would be a great candidate for being in my program. In which case, kind of how that structure goes through is that you would have onboarding within office if you're new to the office, or if you are already here, of course, then you have onboarding with me about what the coaching program will look like. We'll also have a 1-hour session that is all about you. If you do some fun personality tests before so that I can truly know who you are and how you function without having to spend 6 months to a year learning that about you. We'll have that. We'll implement what is your goal for the upcoming year, and then we'll build out how are you going to do it. There, you then go into the core 10 training. These are those trainings I was talking about. This is technical learning. Right? This is the how to do the job. We cover everything from the MLS to reading through the contracts, right? Always listen to your fabulous broker, Lynn, because I am not your broker, even if I am your coach. And so we'll talk through all of that so that you can go in and we can remove any of that fear that you're having about reaching out with your sphere. Okay. From there, you will then be getting a productivity coach in office. Be meeting with them, doing one-on-ones, having accountability sessions here, really having your feet on the ground, along with having a bunch of resources that we provide for you that you can always go back to and look at. If you've graduated from program, you would then have the opportunity to move on to growth coaching, which typically once you're already working with a coach, it was a little weird to end that, right? Usually people who don't have a whole lot of success and they end up coming back to coaching. I have a coach. I strongly believe in it, obviously. You would go into then growth coaching where you would work Jason.
Correct. And I am the only coach right now who works in the growth coaching program. The goal is to bring on more coaches to give people more options to answer your question directly. However, it's a skill. It's very nuanced. We have very high standards of who we're going to bring in to allow you to partner with your businesses. So by the end of the year, the goal is to have 3 with coaches that you can choose from. But right now it's me, and I'm pretty easy to give them.
Stand productivity coach 5 years.
Phenomenal question. So the growth coaching program starts with a 3-month term. 3 months to work on your business. From there, it goes month to month. Just like working with a client, we're entering in a relationship, and like any good relationship, we can end it anytime we choose. So with the 3-month term, a lot of times we spend that time focusing on building that business, right? We do a lot of the business planning stuff, putting together your budgets, putting together your 135s, your GPSs, your P&Ls, putting all of the walls up. And then typically once we move in the month-to-month stage, Well, then we start working on that business together. It's a lot of accountability. It's a lot of goal setting. It's a lot of partnership and working through struggles that we run into that we just can't read about, right? And it depends on the individual, right? There are some people who hire me the beginning of year every year, and we just work 3 months to put their business together, and they say, that was awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go do it now. See you next year. And that's great. And we have some people who treat it more like a therapy session, and we meet on a weekly basis, and we've been working together for over a year now, and there's no sign of stopping. So it's really whatever you need, but there is no shame exiting coaching. I view it as an accomplishment when someone tells me that the job is done and they're ready to go on their own, or they graduate and hire their very own MAPS coach. Because another big difference between this and MAPS coaching is that if you are to hire a MAPS coach, it's a business expense. It's $1,000 a month, and it is worth every penny. I have a MAPS coach, but it's a big commitment to make. But make this a little easier to put your foot into the coaching realm, we turn this into a cost of sales. So like the productivity coaching program charges 10% GCI for closing. Our growth coaching program charges 6.5% commission for every deal you close when you are in a relationship with that coach. Your coach doesn't get paid unless you do. And that's what I mean when I say you're hiring someone who is directly invested in your business and your success. Great question.
Yeah.
Yes. My target agent is anyone who's closing between, right, who's done more than 5 deals, looking to cap consistently. However, once you start closing about 30 deals a month, you'll be paying me more than you would be paying a MAPS
30
coach.
deals a year.
Sorry, 30 deals a year. My mistake. Well, I mean, both are true. So I'll say about anyone between, right, a half capping agent or someone doing about 30 deals a year, because once you start doing about 30 deals a year, you'll pay me more than a MAPS coach, and in good conscience, I can't recommend that.
And
Yes.
also, we are going to have a informational session about this as well. So that spreadsheet that is going around, if you have interest, you want to ask more questions, you want to dive in deeper, you want to see some of the resources that would be provided to you, please put your contact info on there, and then we'll be in touch with more information on that.
Any other final questions?
Say someone close the fund, in the month. Yeah.
Yes.
That's my.
Yes, Lynn?
I am stepping back. We'll be reaching out to anyone that.
Lynn just said that she had a group of agents that she was coaching. She is stepping out of that, and Lauren will be reaching out to all the people who are coaching with to do the whole oratory conversation. And this also, by the way, doesn't replace anything that you're doing with Nick. If you're meeting with Nick and Nick is doing your coaching, Nick is the team leader. He's doing all these things. So that's also an option. These are all in addition, on top of, and with Karen and Isaac as well.
Sí,
With
échalo.
Karen's your-
Necesito la maletita chiquita para echarle zapatos. La azul.
TJ. Yeah. But if you are meeting with Karen, Karen is still your coach. If you are meeting with Isaac, Isaac is still your coach. So just to clarify any questions.
Like all the different locations. Like that maybe for thinking about contacts that place or.
Yeah, so a lot of the shared resources that we're going to have. So for instance, I host a weekly Wednesday productivity group coaching session. I have guest speakers on there. We have different topics. That is virtual. The accountability groups, if you end up dropping into one of mine, those would be virtual as well. I also, over the next couple months, will be making myself available here on Fridays for at least, about 2 hours.
The only thing that happens at the Lakes office is the Core 10 training.
Is the Core 10 training. Yeah, even the business planning session, is what I'll say, is I love to do those in person. So if it works, then yes, we'll absolutely meet in person. Which location would be a one-on-one decision. But otherwise, we'll also offered virtually.
All right. Any final questions? Going once, going twice? Look in the slide. Thanks so much. Thank you. Okay, training and events, Nick.
Oh,
Seen you up here in a while. Why don't you talk about this?
So we are going to start out, and you've seen this a little bit already. We're going to start out though by continuing to improve the team meetings. We want to continue to provide you value at the high level. Take a look around today. Seriously, just take a minute to look around. Keep looking. What do you notice?
People here.
Holy sh! There are people here, right? And the reason that we wanted to do this and the reason that we were intentional is because we wanted to show you guys what we were going to do this year and how we were going to provide value. So here's how it's going to come. Our team meetings are going to continue to improve in value. We're going to continue to streamline things so that you guys come to the meeting and guarantee that you're going to take something out of here that's going to improve your business, your relationship, or the experience that your customers have, right? Agent recognition. So industry updates, local market stats, agent recognition, broker 10 minutes. Lynn will be in here sharing with us for 10 minutes so that we can learn from her, right? So that we can get in front of the legal issues or paperwork changes that are coming, right? And then monthly MREA and listing and buyer closes. Who's doing what? What are your needs for that? Obviously, we have some really cool stuff that are coming up. And we want you guys to know that this is the reality of bringing somebody like Jeff Glover. How many of you are familiar with Jeff Glover? Okay. Jeff is doing something that very few people in the entire country are doing, the highest possible level. And he's showing people how to do that. This isn't a guy who used to sell real estate, now is just a coach. He's still going to move 100 homes this year. The team is going to move 800 homes, some obnoxious amount of homes. And
Feels like that number, not 150.
see, there you go. Right? I'm saying. So that's where we're going, you guys. How many of you have wondered what family reunion is?
Jeff Levis.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Okay,
So there's 200 agents that show up to see. So you don't want to let them, or more will let you down. He does have a guarantee. There's a guarantee that if you make an investment in them, you do not do one or two more deals, which will obviously pay. Then it gives you your money. And so it's a win-win. There's really no way to lose signing them. So you probably seen it on the social media. We'll send another email out. I strongly encourage you to sign up. It's right here. And it will bring you more business, or it gives you your money back.
We can send out an email that you guys aren't going to read, or you guys can invest in yourself. You guys, here's the thing. If you've done Bold, Bold is incredible. It's life-changing. This is an opportunity for you to change your business. Go out today, right now, after you get out of here today, on the way home, go download one of his YouTube and see how different his approach and his dialogue is improving his sales, you guys. If you want to do 100 or more sales by yourself this year, that is your deal. We're going to continue to improve our training and education, you guys. We're going to continue to level up, and we're excited to be able to offer that. Let's see you guys here next week and the week after and the week after, because you know you do more business when you're in the room, right? All right, y'all. Thank you.
So, okay, it's too much. So January 1st this year, I actually signed up for a cold calling prospecting with Jeff Clovers, and it was awesome. Right on the platform, it was 2 hours, January 1st, something I've never done. And I took a listing appointment from there. And I also signed up to a CRM system that is now what I'm doing every day, 2 hours of lead generation from that, called Vulcan 7. And I am attending an event that he is also running in Phoenix in about 5 days. So I'm leaving on Sunday. it's a great opportunity to have discovered him and what he does.
That's what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
y'all.
Yeah.
Jeff is going to be in this.
I
Jeff?
saw that and I still sign out. I was like, I want to go out there and I will still be here for the one that is coming here too.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, y'all, Julie's gonna come back up. We have some other stuff we're gonna be talking about. That's cool.
Yeah, I think this might be last, but not least. So our marketing services here, our transaction services here, we have an opportunity to get like discounts on the photography, the videography, all the things. And I guess I'll just refer to this as an easy button. We will be creating an easy button. So instead of having to be like, okay, let me call Sean and tell him this, let me tell Shannon this, let me do this. Oh, I got to call a photographer. Let me do this. Piecing all of these things together. I need to meet with clients and sell houses. You go on listing appointments, on buyer appointments, sign contracts, negotiate them, close the deal, and then hit the easy button. So we're working to package this, to just make it easier. Like it said on that slide with leadership, we want to remove the friction and just make it all. So we're working on making it easier. You can call it a concierge service if you'd like. Call it an easy button. The button for your houses. The button for your houses. It's the idea. We're going to package up the services that are already offered. Easy. You can just focus on what matters, which is your client, right? I think that would be, oh, no, it's not it. Building. Oh, okay. Back to, I don't know if I even said back to, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I did talk about agents that, you know, are making money, but don't have money, are in debt, don't run a P&L, all the things. That saddens me. Did a training a few weeks ago at our office, and I thought, gosh, this is really elementary. Should we be doing a team meeting on this? We're talking about basic P&L. Now, having an LLC, paying yourself first. Guess what? I was under the impression that we were all running and operating our business on this level. Oh, I was under the very wrong impression of that. So wealth building, it doesn't just mean, sometimes people hear wealth building and they think, oh, I don't want to own a bunch of commercial property. It's not where we're starting. Starting with, how do you set your business up like a business? Do you have a P&L? Are you profitable? Let's be profitable. Let's be debt free. You all know that Keller Williams, we have no debt. We have zero debt. We could close the doors today and we owe nobody nothing. We don't operate on any Keller Williams office. We are not allowed to operate in a deficit. Lead with revenue. What's that? No, don't even get me started. Why they had to do that merger, but no, they don't. And so likewise, we want you to be operating your business the same way. We lead with revenue. So the basic economic models, how do you set yourself up with an LLC? How do you get out of debt? And how do you build wealth on top of that? What is wealth for you? It looks different for everybody. We've partnered with Legacy Wealth Group. Every quarter, right here, we're going to be doing quarterly wealth building sessions to have those conversations about setting yourself up like a business, actually going out and making houses, getting money, selling houses, getting commission checks, and actually having a profit. And what do you do with the profit? How do you invest it? Where do you invest it? All of the things. First session is next Monday. It's here, January 12th. Don't ask me the time. It's on the calendar. But next Monday, that's our first session. This is offered to you free as being a part of this office. This is part of our shebang. Please be here next Monday to learn about, it's at 1 o'clock, thank you. 1 o'clock, next Monday at 1 o'clock to learn about basics of wealth building to grow into whatever you want that to look like.
Julie, can you tell us a little bit about Corey and what he's done and what he's going to be bringing to us?
Yeah, so Corey Wright runs Legacy Wealth Group. Some of you may be in that network. There's a network of about 300 people in this Legacy Wealth Network that, one, do a lot of off-market conversations that they probably shouldn't be doing because I always am like, you shouldn't do that. Oh, you can't do that in here. But there are investors in there that are selling a lot of off-market properties. They flip houses. They do all the things. Corey flips luxury homes, particularly. He's done that for a while. But he has that, and he does a lot. He does all of it: stocks, bonds, $1 million flips. He mainly does high-end luxury flips. He teaches people how to do high-end luxury flips, all the things. His classes aren't, he comes to a classroom and teaches you. He actually takes you out to whatever they're doing and you learn on site. It's a hands-on training. You can be a part of that group. But
Frankie used to, way back in the day, actually used to own a Remax franchise. And they were the largest Remax franchise in the Twin Cities area. He is still a licensed agent, not with Remax, but does mainly just investments, flips, and teaches wealth building. And again, there's over 300 people, most of them real estate agents. If you join it, you'll see, most of the people there. And so again, he's offering that service to us to come in here and to teach us all the same thing he's teaching all of those people. Questions about that? Yes. I don't know if we will have it on Zoom. If we can get the sound right on Zoom, possibly we can do that. But if you're able to, we'd prefer you be in the room. Any other questions? I think that might be it. Okay, so this is just for you. We were going to do a whole exercise that we're not going to do because it's 12:30 now. but I do want you to think about this. I shared with you what the vision is for this office. I would love for you to think about what is the vision for your business for 2026. What does that look like for you, even 1 year from now, 5 years from now? For me, like I said, I love vision boards. I love to see and look at it every day. There is power in actually visualizing what that future looks like for you. So these are some questions you can ask yourself. What does it look like? What does your week look like? What kind of income do you need? What are you no longer willing to tolerate in order to get there? Those are some really important questions. And then the next step I would like you to take is to really, maybe you want to do a vision board. I love vision boards. I do a new one every year. Maybe you haven't completed your business plan, your GPS, your 135, your 411, all the things. If you need help with that, this QR code is going to take you to a form that you can fill out to meet with anybody on the leadership team. By anybody, I mean Nick or Jason or Lauren, even Graham. I think my name is even on there. But if you would like to, maybe you already do have a business plan and you just want. Not yet. You weren't done. Through the whole thing. But maybe you've already done a business plan and you just want somebody to look at it. You can use that QR code and have somebody do that, or you need help creating it, or you have an idea for your vision. But I don't want anybody in this room to not have an identified vision of what you want your world to look like this year, what you want your business. And if you want to get real granular with it, that's what we're here to do. So by all means, use that QR code to do that. And I will now ask you, because I kept you 5 minutes longer than I should, for questions. Yes, Karen.
The ALC for 2026.
We will absolutely be introducing the ALC for 2026. There was one other thing. I thought we had supposed to be a slide. But also, in addition to that, you all are familiar with what the ALC is. I think, Nick, you can speak to a little bit about how it will be run this year and what great things the ALC will bring in to finish that. Thank you, Karen, for that.
That one. All right, y'all. So 2 things really quick. First of all, the ALC, you're all familiar with the ALC, raise your hand. Yes. Agent Leadership Council. What is the Agent Leadership Council? They're the group of people that are at the highest possible level in our brokerage that are helping us make the decisions to help you. And you guys, this is not this isn't a figurehead of people. These are people that are legitimately in the market center, that are legitimately making significant moves in their own business, and that is going to impact you as well. We are going to be doing an accountability with them. You guys, we're going to be doing that alone. We're going to be going over them in our team meetings. We are going to have our ALC in those meetings. And the reason is because we want you guys to see what it's like to run appropriate model-driven business. Is that something that you guys find cool? Right. Now, for those of you that are our ALC of 2026, we're grateful to meet you. We're going to have an entire slide for you, a presentation. But those of you that have stepped up this year, will you just stand up for me so I can acknowledge you? Yes, yes. Right. Stay standing. Stay standing. Sean Corby, been in this market center nearly 20 years. Right. Stepped in. Yes, yes. He stepped into this role. He stepped in this year because he believes that this is the year for us to make a change in our market and in our community. Chad here, our commercial. Chad, give it up for Chad. Chad, we love what Chad does. Chad's been supporting what we're doing here and helping us out. He's a board member for the Twin Cities North Chamber. does some other cool stuff. And honestly, you guys, we're grateful to have him. So Karen Collins, everybody knows Karen Collins, right? Karen is a teacher. Karen is a leader. Karen is somebody that many of us have had to go to at some point in our career and ask for some guidance. And she's been that. So she's going to be here for this. We have our first time go, James Hiller. I almost called you your dad. James Hiller. Right? James is got, James, how long have you been with this market center? 20 years from James as well. And this is his first year jumping on and wanting to help the market center for you guys and for his own business as he grows. And then we have Lily Yang in the back. Lily is incredibly thoughtful about her mission on what she and LNG and George are doing. We're grateful to have them as a part of what we're doing, and we're looking forward for a kick-ass year with our ALC for you guys to be a part of that as well, to see what it looks like, live at an accountability level that will live a life by design. We're excited for that. Miss anybody? All right. Oh, Isaac, I'm sorry I didn't see you behind. My man Isaac Contreras, El Presidente, right? There's no shortage of things that Isaac does for this market center and for our people. So here's to you, brother, and we appreciate you. I have one more thing before I will let you guys eat, and it is reason why we get to eat today. Kayla Johnson, come on down. Kayla Johnson, you guys, Great North title. I know I say it every single time. You're not going last because you're the last thought. You're going last because you are the most important. Thank you to Great North. Thank you to Kayla. Go ahead.
Well, guys, hi. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Kayla Johnson, and I'm with Great North Title. We have an office right down the hall, right inside your brokerage. We also have multiple other locations in our as well. So there's a lot of good title companies there, right? But you don't want to be good, and you don't just want to be good. You want to be great. Not intended, but we also are one of the top 5 title companies for First American in 2020. So, yeah. That is, it includes policy turn time, accuracy, remittance turn time, production, full gamut. So we're really proud of that and happy to share that with you guys today. And in turn, we're going to play a fun game for you guys. And then we also have a raffle in the back. So if you want to drop your business card in there before you eat Olive Garden, there's some cool swag in there, sweatshirt, hat, cards, that. So we're going to do a giveaway. So we're going to play a game too. A little to do with title. Sorry if that's boring to you guys. But if you do win, you get this mini mic pro. So this is you guys on your videos for socials and stuff like that. So let's get started with the game. You guys are actually going to play on your own phones. So you'll get up, you'll take your phones out, you'll take that QR code to enter in, and then you'll enter your name, real name, fake name. One time I think we had like 7 Nicks in the room. If you're feeling like Nick today, go ahead, be Nick. You do you. Does matter how quickly you answer the questions as well. So timeliness matters. I like it. For fun, guys, and you might learn a little along the way. We'll get about 15 seconds for each question. But after question 5, it's more of a true or false situation. So it's a little bit of a speed round. So if you're competitive, this is the game for you. If you're not, Liz, you might not win. Raise your hand if you need more time. Good. Okay, I think we're good. Try to read them as fast as possible for you in the back. A deed was recorded years ago with a misspelled name, but all parties agree it's the same person. What does Minnesota title typically require? Ignore it, court order, buyer initials, or affidavit of identity or corrective deed. Not good at talking about. All right. Show us the results of who's on. Great. Closing is set for January 30th, but Minnesota property taxes for the year aren't fully due yet. How does title handle this? Taxes at closing, ignore them. Title pays all costs or prorate according to Minnesota standards. Okay. In the bottom 5, automatically get a 30-minute consultation with me. Kidding. I do marketing. I can direct you to the best closers at Great North. A buyer texts at 9:12. Can we close today? I really want New Year at my new house. True or false? You should remind them the closing date is set by the purchase agreement, and any date changes need to be agreed upon by all parties. An amendment executed for any changes to the date. True or false? Uh-oh, soda Kate. A new calendar year automatically clears old liens on a property. True or I feel like you knew you had that one in the bag. Had to be. That time left. The seller says that lien was paid years ago. Title's response is, fixed, we'll remove it. Do you have the release? That's close enough. Or we'll take your word for it. Remember, we are the top 5. Can't just take their word for it. Okay. So we've still got time left. Is that the real Nick or? Description on the deed must match exactly for recording Minnesota. True or false? Good job, everyone. Title says we're waiting on one thing. That one thing is most likely surprise judgment, an unreleased mortgage from 2009, a missing payoff, or all of the above. Get it, Bella? All right, 7 out of 11.
I got you, Kate. I'm coming for you.
Which item must match exactly on the title documents? Vesting language, legal description, all of the above, buyer and seller. Okay, we got some new competition in the house. Changing it up. Bella's still on top. Question 8.
Getting the lead.
Minnesota property taxes are paid twice a year. True or false? In the lead, only a couple more.
Yeah.
Buyer calls at 8:45. Did title check everything? I don't want surprise. No panic is required because you're closing with Great North Title. So, Karen, I see a little on your face. All right, guys, this one's for all the money. Title insurance protects buyers from unknown title issues that happen before they own the property. True or false? Of truth. 8, third place. Corby, second, first. Congratulations, Stella.
Need this, is that?
You were doing amazing on social media too. There's Olive Garden in the back, guys. Remember the raffle is on that table along with some swag and some drink options. So thank you guys.
Everybody else.